The streets don't knock before they enter your life. They slip in quietly through a football match, a careless laugh, a late night out. At first, they make you feel alive. Then, before you know it, they start stealing pieces of you, your peace, your future, your name. That was the road Tunde almost took. And if not for one moment, one sentence from his father, he would have never found the parade ground. Tunde grew up in Ikeja, in a warm, loving home. His father, a well respected civil servant, and his mother, a teacher whose voice could calm even the noisiest classroom. They gave him everything a boy could ask for: the best private primary school, the best boarding secondary school uniforms so neat they looked like they'd been ironed by angels. But after secondary school, Tunde started hanging out more in his neighborhood, and that's where the shadows began to follow him. It started small, playing football in a dusty open field with older boys. They were loud, funny, fearless, and reckless. Soon the jokes became crude, the laughter mixed with cigarette smoke, and the matches ended in fights with neighboring streets. By the time he was 19, Tunde wasn't just playing football with them, he was one of them. The area boys had accepted him. They gave him a nickname, Officer, not because he was disciplined, but because he could command during fights. Irony has a cruel sense of humor. At home, his parents noticed the changes. His once clean shirts now reeked of smoke. His knuckles were bruised, and his eyes had that restless, wandering look. One Sunday evening, after Tunde stumbled in from a street brawl, his father sat him down with no anger, no shouting, just a long, deep sigh. Tunde, he said, his voice heavy with both love and disappointment. I will not watch you destroy yourself. If this is the life you want, then understand. You either end up in prison or in the grave. The military recruitment form is out. I've bought it for you. It's better for me to bury a son who died a soldier than bury a tout who died in a street fight. Those words cut deeper than any slap could. Tunde didn't respond, but that night, as the neighborhood slept, he stared at the ceiling, hearing his father's voice over and over. The day he stepped into the military training camp, everything changed. The shouts of the drill instructors, the 4 a.m. wake-ups, the endless runs under the burning sun. It broke him, stripped him down, and then rebuilt him. He learned discipline. He learned respect. Not the kind demanded by fear, but the kind earned by service. The first time he saluted an officer and meant it, he realized he was saluting the man he was becoming. Years later, Tunde stood tall in his perfectly pressed uniform, medals glinting on his chest, boots clicking sharply on the same streets where he once loitered. Some of his old friends were gone, killed in fights, swallowed by drugs, or serving long sentences behind cold bars. Those who were left watched him with a mix of pride and regret. Tunde didn't gloat, he just stood before them, his voice steady, eyes heavy with memory. I was lucky, he told them, lucky to escape before the streets claimed me. But luck runs out. Live this life while you still can. The world is bigger than this junction, bigger than these fights. If you want a future, you have to walk away now before it's too late. Some listened, some laughed, but deep down, every one of them knew he was right. Tunde walked away from that street for the last time, the sound of his boots echoing against the cracked pavement. The same boy who almost drowned in the chaos of the streets was now a man trusted to defend the nation. And somewhere far away, his father's prayer still rose like incense into the night, a prayer that had been answered in full.